The Philippines is backing a United Nations resolution demanding an immediate humanitarian ceasefire and unconditional release of all hostages in Gaza. In an emergency special session, the UN General Assembly adopts the resolution with 153 votes in favor, 10 against, and 23 abstentions. The Philippines is among those who voted in favor of the measure. The resolution specifically demands for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, the compliance of all parties with their obligations under international law, and the unconditional release of all hostages, as well as ensuring humanitarian access in Gaza. According to Permanent Representative of the Philippines to the UN, Antonio Lagdameo, while the Philippines condemns Hamas' October 7 attacks, the country believes it is vital to adhere to international humanitarian law. He adds that the Philippines believes that the ceasefire is crucial to halt the loss of life and suffering. In October, the Philippines abstained from voting on a UN resolution calling for Israel-Hamas humanitarian truce. The Department of Foreign Affairs previously said the country would have voted in favor of the measure had it mentioned and condemned the October 7 Hamas attack. Government prosecutors are asking the courts to cancel the passport of former Negros Oriental Representative Arnie Teves as the Department of Justice hears a new case against him for terrorism financing. DOJ spokesperson Miko Clavano says the panel of prosecutors has already filed a motion to cancel Teves' passport. According to Clavano, once Teves' passport is canceled, he can no longer travel from country to country.
Well, he can no longer travel from country to country. Kung nasa Timor-Leste pa po siya, hindi na siya makakapag-biyahe sa iba pang bansa dahil sa immigration pa lang, pag wala na siyang passport or hindi na po valid yung passport niya at makikita po yun, hindi na siya papapasukin doon sa bansa na yun. So the only recourse for him is to come back to the Philippines and revalidate his passport. Kaya yun po yung ginagawa natin para, it's one of those things na ma-pressure siya na umuwi.
On Wednesday, the prosecutors conducted their first preliminary investigation on a new case against Teves. The former lawmaker is facing a new complaint for violating Section 4 of the Terrorism Financing Prevention and Suppression Act of 2012. He is also facing a complaint for violation of the Anti-Terrorism Act of 2020 for providing material support to terrorists. Last August, Teves was designated as a terrorist. Teves' legal counsel Ferdinand Topacio says they have yet to receive a copy of the complaint, adding that the panel of prosecutors promised to provide it by December 19.
Hanggang ngayon po ay wala pa rin kaming kopya noong demanda, yung complaint affidavits and the annexes. Kaya ang ginawa lang po namin ngayon ay humingi kami ng kopya at nangako naman po ang panel of prosecutors na sila po ay magbibigay sa 19 ng Disyembre.
The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority says it will not be suspending the number coding scheme amid the nationwide transport strike from December 14 to 15. Transport Group Piston is set to hold another nationwide strike starting Thursday, December 14, to protest the December 31 deadline for franchise consolidation and phased out of traditional jeepneys. MMDA Acting Chair Don Artes says the suspension of the number coding scheme would impact the turnaround time of our public transportation, noting that traffic flow is already heavy these days.
Pag nag-suspend tayo, sa ngayon pa lang po, mabigat yung daloy ng traffic. Alam naman po natin yung epekto ng suspension ng number coding. Additional 20% yan sa nasasakyan sa lansangan. So, makaka-apekto rin po yan sa turnaround time ng ating mga pampublikong transportasyon. Kaya hindi po kami magsususpend ng number coding.
However, Artes says that around 600 government vehicles are on standby to augment areas that will be affected by the strike. Based on previous strikes, Artes identifies Camanaba and Parañaque as the crucial points for monitoring. Artes says that while previous strikes did not paralyze the public transportation system, MMDA and other concerned agencies are preparing for the coming strike.
Kami ay laging naghahanda pa rin dahil yan po ay serbisyo na kailangan ibigay natin sa ating mga kababayan. Yun nga, to ensure na minimal yung impact at inconvenience sa ating riding public. Magbibigay po tayo ng augmentation kung sakali pong kailangan at makita na meron po tayong mga stranded na pasahero ay ating pong tutugunan.